Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion and Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, May 28th, 2019. For the next couple of weeks, we're going to do kind of a hybrid of our smoke dispersion briefing and our fire potential briefing, as things are still quite wet across the area, and so we are still getting reports of people doing prescribed burning. So looking at precipitation over the past 30 and 60 days, you can see that the entire area has been at least normal, with large portions of the Great Basin above normal. Fire activity is quite minimal, especially for the time of year. You can see some small existing fires across the southern part of the Great Basin. ERCs are also very low. You can see we're setting record low ERCs in GB 35, which encompasses southern Utah and the Arizona Strip. And with the really cool wet weather we've had, these ERCs are far below what we typically see. They're closer to what ERCs are typically observed at in early March. So pretty far behind as far as ERCs. Satellite this morning shows a weather system overhead the Great Basin, and that will slowly make its way out of the area. So for today, again, the image is not available for our ventilation index, but we are expecting good to excellent mixing across the area with that weather system in place. Looking in more detail, you can see some pretty strong transport winds and really good mixing heights across the area. As we move into Tuesday, that weather system continues to stay overhead the Great Basin. We are expecting another day of good to excellent mixing across the area. Looking at that in more detail, you can see some really strong transport winds across the far southern part of the Great Basin, with high mixing heights across the entire area. As we move into Wednesday, that low pressure system digs to the south, and with the disturbance overhead, we are expecting another day of good to excellent mixing across the Great Basin. Looking at that in more detail, you can see some really strong transport winds expected across western Nevada and far southeastern Utah, and pretty good mixing heights across the area as well. So looking at the Utah Forecast Clearing Index, you can see that really good mixing Tuesday and Wednesday, with a bit of a decrease expected on Thursday. Over the next 3 days, we are expecting additional precipitation across the Great Basin. Really the only area that will be missed by that will be southern Nevada and southeastern Utah and parts of the Arizona Strip. As we move into Thursday, we look at that low pressure system remaining overhead. Again, another day of good to excellent mixing across the area. Moving into Friday, that system weakens as another system moves in from the north, meaning that we'll have another day of good to excellent mixing across the area. Moving into Saturday, that low pressure system moves into the area, bringing good to excellent mixing yet again. And then finally on Sunday, that low pressure system digs to the south, bringing us good to excellent ventilation indices. Looking at precipitation accumulation in the 4 to 5 day period, it continues to look very wet across the entire area. So looking at the 7-day forecast, it should be no surprise here that it's green for the entire area for all 7 days. In the 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, we are looking at a continuation of the above normal precipitation, as well as temperatures closer to normal. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.